Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host again, Eldon Rodriguez, and today we're gonna read The Adventures of Captain Underpants. And from chapters 7 to 9, let's get started. Chapter 7, A Little Blackmail. Mr. Krupp sat back in his chair and chuckled to himself for a long time. Finally, George got up the courage to speak. "Well, what are you going to do with that tape?" he said. "I thought you'd never ask." "Ask," laughed Principal Krupp. "I've thought long and hard about what to do with this tape," Mr. Krupp said. "At first I thought I'd send copies to your parents." The boys swallowed hard and sank deeply into their chairs. "Then I thought I might send a copy to the school board," Mr. Krupp continued. I could get you both expelled for this." The boys swallowed harder and sank deeper into their chairs. "Finally, I came to a decision," and Mr. Krupp concluded. I think the football team would be very curious to find out just who was as responsible for yesterday's fiasco. I think I'll send a copy to them." George and Harold leaped out of their chairs and fell to their knees. No, cried George. "You can't do that. They'll kill us." "Yeah," begged Harold. "They'll kill us every day for the rest of our lives." Mr. Krupp laughed and laughed. "Please have mercy," the boys cried. "We'll do anything." "Anything?" asked Principal Krupp. With delight, he reached into his desk, pulled out a list of demands, and tossed it at the boys. "If you don't want to be dead as long as you live, you'll follow these rules exactly." George and Harold carefully looked over the list. This is blackmail," said George. "Call it what you like," Principal Krupp snapped. But if you two don't follow that list exactly, then this tape becomes the property of the Horwitz knuckleheads. Chapter 8, Crime and Punishment. At 6 o'clock the next morning, George and Harold dragged themselves out of bed, walked over to Mr. Krupp's house, and began washing his car. Then, while Harold scrubbed the tires, George roamed around the yard, pulling up all the weeds and crabgrass as he could find. Afterwards, they cleaned the gutters and washed all the windows of Mr. Krupp's house. At school, George and Harold sat up straight, listened carefully, and spoke only when spoken to. They didn't tell jokes, they didn't pull pranks, they didn't even smile. Their teacher kept pinching herself. "I just know this is a dream," she said. At lunch, the two boys vacuumed Mr. Krupp's office, shined his shoes, and polished his desktop. At recess, they clipped his fingernails and ironed his tie. Each spare moment in the boys' daily schedule was spent catering to Mr. Krupp's every whim. After school, George and Harold mowed Mr. Krupp's lawn, tended his garden, and began painting in front of his house. At sunset, Mr. Krupp came outside and handed each boy a stack of books. "Gentlemen," he said, "I've asked your teachers to give you both extra homework. Now go home, study hard, and I'll see you back here at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. We got a busy day ahead of us." "Thank you, sir," moaned the two boys. George and Harold walked home dead tired. "Man, this is the worst day of my entire life," said George. "Don't worry," said Harold. "We only have to do this for 8 more years. Then we can move away to some far-off land where they never find us. Maybe Antarctica." "I got a better idea," said George. He took a piece of paper out of his pocket and handed it to Harold. It was an old magazine for the 3D Hypno Ring. "How's this going to help us?" asked Harold. "All we gotta do is hypnotize Mr. Krupp," said George. "We'll make him give us the video and forget this whole mess ever happened." "That's a great idea," said Harold. "And the best part is, we only have to wait 4 to 6 weeks for delivery." Chapter 9, 4 to 6 weeks later. After 4 to 6 weeks of back-breaking slave labor, grueling homework assignments, and humiliating good behavior at school, a package arrived in George's mailbox from the Little Wise Guy Novelty Company. It was the 3D Hypno Ring. "Hallelujah!" cried George. "It's everything I hoped for." "Or let me see," said Harold. "Harold, don't look directly at it," warned George. "You don't want to get hypnotized, do you?" "Do you really think it'll work?" asked Harold. "Do you really think we can amaze our friends, control our enemies, and take over the world? Well, just like the ad says." "It better work," said George, "or else we just wasted four whole bucks." As next time coming soon, The Adventures of Captain Underpants, chapters 10 to 12, coming soon to the YouTube channel right next to you. Bye.